So I wanted to keep the Total Drama vlogs on hold until I have 5 episodes to talk about, but you know what? I'm finally caught up to Total Dramarama, and I want to talk about these last 4 episodes before I talk about the upcoming 11 episodes. So, let's get to it! Episode 38, Mother of All Cards. Chef forgot to give his mother a Mother's Day card, so he has to ask the Total Drama kids to make some Mother's Day card. But he lied to them that Mother's Day was originally a competition, so he can force the Total Drama kids to make the best Mother's Day card they can ever think of. And the reason why he didn't get a Mother's Day card earlier instead of just going to the store, he wasted yesterday on playing video games with a cat. Because we need something more funnier than the keyboard cat. Now, the major issue I have with this episode is that it's another liar reveal episode, and there's like too many of this spin-off series already. It's the same old cliche that we heard so many times and we're already sick of it. Cliches are fine, we need them once in a while, but if you're not going to add any new twists to this liar reveal cliche, we're still going to treat it as a dumb cliche. It's not a bad episode, I can give it that, because there are some creative things, specifically on when the Total Drama kids make their own Mother's Day card, and each of them are pretty creative, and even though it's all a big lie, it technically does count as a competition episode, because there is definitely a prize at the end, which in this case is ice cream once again. But I think the real reason why this episode didn't win me over that much is because we never got to learn the relationship between Chef and his mother. I mean, if you want to see a good Mother's Day special, watch The Amazing World of Gumball of the Mothers or Courage of the Cowardly Dog's Mother's Day. And that episode was one of the few episodes that had nothing supernatural about it. So overall, I thought the episode was average. Not good, not bad, just average. It did have a funny joke with Harold making his own breakfast during a flashback, and to be fair, the ending is actually a bit touching. So if you enjoy Total Drama doing some holiday episodes like the Easter episode, you might like this, just lower your expectations. Episode 39, Duncan Disorderly. In this episode, Duncan goes on and how Chef's job is so much easier than him trying to escape the daycare. But Chef warns Duncan that being a teacher and looking after kids is not an easy task. Chef and the Total Drama kids go on a class nature walk, which gives Duncan the opportunity to escape from them, but he accidentally leaves Bev and Jude behind. So Duncan decides to look after the two and have the time of his life, which he calls Duncan Day. And once in a while, it cuts back and forth between Duncan and Chef's responsibility to look after the kids. And wouldn't you know it, both of their responsibilities are equally harder. This episode was a bit better than the last episode because the two side plots do actually fit together, and it actually shifts the parallels between Duncan and Chef. The only issue I had is that it's another cliche that we heard before. Remember those TV sitcom episodes where one said, "Your job is so much easier," or "Your life is so much easier. I want to switch places for the day." You know those type of sitcom episodes? That's pretty much the same here for this Total Drama episode, where at first their life seems a bit better or their job seems a bit better, but in reality, it's 10 times more harder. But to the show's advantage, we do actually go outside the daycare, like the beach, the zoo, and even a restaurant. But I have to admit, I did laugh at the scene where Chef was forced to do dishwashing at the restaurant, and Courtney is pretty much bossing him around. I mean, it is kind of funny to see a 4-year-old girl bossing around a strong man like Chef. As for the Duncan side plot, it was pretty much okay, I guess. It gave me exactly what I thought I was going to get. And apparently we did see a cameo from Katie and Jeff, and we actually found out that she was one of the only kids that survived the gum incident from that one episode. But I do have one question. How come those two don't have to go to the daycare? Why can't they be permanent additions to the new Total Drama series? Think about it. If we add in even more familiar Total Drama characters like Trent, DJ, Katie, Jeff, and so on, it could boost the ratings up to 200%. Will there be new additions to Total Drama Season 2? I have no idea. But as for this episode, I thought it was okay. Episode 40, Soother or Later. I actually did not like this episode that much than the other 2 episodes, because we already done this episode before, which in this case was the last episode. A princess comes into the daycare and she talks about her fictional fantasy kingdom where it's full of glitter and a giant dragon. After her shift was over, she leaves the daycare, but little did she know that Duncan was actually hiding inside one of her suitcases because it was part of Duncan's plan to get out of the daycare. But he's not alone because Izzy tagged along because she wants to go to the Glitter Kingdom. But after one stormy event, both Izzy and Duncan end up getting lost in the city. And apparently Duncan is afraid of thunder and lightning because he has a bad luck habit with it. There's even some flashbacks in between. Maybe this was Thunder and Lightning's revenge for pushing the red button. So Duncan, dressed in a dragon suit along with Izzy, has to go back to the daycare where it's safe. The problem with this episode, we already done this Duncan-like episode, which was the last episode where he's pretty much on the lam. The only difference is that Izzy tags along with Duncan and he has to figure out a way to get back to the daycare with some obstacles in his way. I even ended up not caring about the other side plot where the Total Drama kids tried to defend themselves from the evil dragon that the princess was talking about, because there's no dragon at all in this episode. It's just Duncan dressed as a dragon, and this pretty much brings in a big misunderstanding. And this is a super misunderstanding. When Duncan and Izzy try to figure out a way to get back to the daycare, they try to take the bus, but the bus driver freaks out because he thinks Duncan is the real dragon, and he drives away. Guess we can add that character to the stupid adults list. The only thing I remember remotely giggling at is with the princess and Izzy, because even though her shift was over during the beginning of the episode, the princess didn't break out of character. She stayed in her own princessy nature. And to be fair, Izzy does bring in a couple of laughs here and there when she believes that she's in the Glitter Kingdom and she believes that she's riding a dragon. Aside of that, I'm not interested in seeing this episode again. I guess not all minds think alike. Episode 41, Camping is in the Tent. Oh, how I missed these half-hour Total Drama episodes. I miss them so much. In this half-hour episode, Chef and the Total Drama kids go camping together, but there's the story that Bigfoot might live among the forest. Acting all super paranoid, Harold decides to defend the camping site and trap Bigfoot once and for all. While he's busy doing that, Duncan, Beth, and Owen discover a map that can lead to Bigfoot's treasure, so they follow the map to his hideout. As a half-hour episode, I didn't think it was that bad. It's not a great episode, but it was legitimately good. What works with this episode is that it actually pays tribute to the original Total Drama, seeing how the first season takes place at a Yeti summer camp. Even one of the episodes is about camping outdoors. Even the side plots between Bigfoot and the treasure, they do actually connect very well together. There's even a funny joke where Bigfoot is upset that his girlfriend break up with him because she decides to date the abominable snowman. There were a couple of issues with this episode though. The first issue is that they go on and on whether or not Bigfoot is real, and they keep hammering in and even foreshadowing that Bigfoot might actually be real. Because of that, we know what the outcome's going to be. They're going to see Bigfoot sooner or later. The second issue is that there's a running joke where Courtney tries to go to the bathroom, but she can't because the outhouse in the woods is too spooky. Now, the reason is that it doesn't connect very well to the other two side plots. Well, there was, but you could cut that side plot out and you wouldn't miss a thing. You can add in something else. Even though I'm not a fan of Courtney, I didn't think she deserved that much karma because she didn't do nothing wrong in this episode. There was even a bizarre moment when Chef catch up with Beth, Duncan, and Owen about Bigfoot's treasure. He actually discovers that the treasure is real and he decides to go into the cave and get the treasure. And just like any responsible guardian, he brings the kids along with him to those deadly obstacles. How did he get this job again? So this episode was pretty much all over the place. There were some good moments, some bad moments, and some what were you thinking moments. If you're looking for an episode that actually pays tribute to the original series, you'll like this a bit. And there you have it. I finally caught up with all the Total Dramarama episodes so far. Will I go back to talking about the episodes individually or back to 5 episodes? I have no idea. But what matters is, I finally caught up to them so I can be ready for the next 11 episodes. I'm Matt Harry Patrick, and I'll see you all very soon.